Welcome back to Razmovsar TV. I'm really happy to be here back and talk to you. Yesterday, I talked about how to grasp Qabze Shamshir, sword grip, and today we are going to talk about how to grasp shield, separ. There are lots of misunderstandings about how to grasp shield or Qabze separ, means these cords or these we call always Qabze in Persian, as it is said in Futuhat Name Sultani from Safavid period. As you can see in my books, I'm going to talk about it because there are different types of shields. We are now talking about mostly the used shields during the Islamic period in Iran, which are the round shields. Please remember, Dynamite, and after that, even after the Islamic period, they had also different types of shields. But the shields we are going to concentrate today are about the round shield. The shape of your shield determines the technique. You cannot just say if you have like a triangular or or like a lozenge shaped, or if you have rectangular shield, you're going to use the same techniques as with the round shield. Completely wrong. Even the handle of the shield, look, think about rotella, European rotella, or think about, for example, buckler, European buckler. The handle compared to a Persian shield, where you have cords, leather cords, change the whole technique and the mechanics of a shield. What I would like you to say is the following. I'm going to show you different miniatures, which are also published in most of them in my book, Persian Archery and Swordsmanship, show you how you can historically, what's the historical correct way of grasping a shield, holding it. And also, as you know, I analyzed the inventory of a royal collection of Iranian museums, military museums of Iran, military museum of Tehran, military museum of Bandar Anzali, military museum of Shiraz, and up to now, as you know, no one has had any access to them. I measured them, which are in my book, Arms and Armor from Iran, the Bronze Age to the end of the Qajar period. So what does it say? It says, in order to understand what you're talking about, you cannot base your knowledge based on some reproductions or based on some things you see on the internet. Also analyze, as you know, that I just wrote a book on a major Kuwaiti collection. Back then I did a major analysis on a major collection from Ukraine, which is in Paris, Shlishinsky collection, and Russian Ukrainian. And then the Kuwaiti of Mr. Al-Qarashi collection, and many other collections, not only museums, but also our museum in Znojmo in Czech Republic. So I've had access to thousands of pieces. And I have been publishing a lot. You know that 205 by now academic articles, or 6 as a matter of fact, and 10 books. As an academic, I would like to mention that please make sure that your sources are correct, what you're doing. So let us just move on, and we are going to discuss that. And I'm going to show you first the miniatures, and in between, I'm going also to put some videos here and there so you can take a look at them. As you can see here, what are we having here? There are different types of or two major types of shields. One of them is with three straps. Center is here, and the outside rim is here, as you can see it here. And also smaller shield, as you can see it here, together with bazoo band, which makes a unit of defense, and a long and large shield with three straps. And here, this goes here, and the medium-sized shield, medium-sized shield, you can go and then take a look at them, which are, and we're going to discuss them and see what we can do. And this one is used for archery, large shield. I'm going to show you first two central chords. This is from my book, Arms and Armor from Iran. This is one of the most beautiful Separ shields I have handled, analyzed in my book, which you can see that. Catalog number 366 from the Safavid period. And this one has a beautiful pattern of patterned crucible steel. Hurad Gohardar, you can see on it, is attributed to the Safavid period. Everything is original. The polished stack, the cushion is original. The back, the cover is original. And also here, the cores are original. Everything remained intact. This is not something which was in the private collector hand. These things in the army, you cannot even touch them and change anything. So this is everything old and in the original shape. So you see that there is a polished stack, cushion, and then this is here. You see here in this miniature shows you, okay, they don't picture sometimes the polished stack, but you see one chord, two chord. So basically what happens here, you see that this Rostam is putting his hand in this and holding these two, right? And when I can put it here, like you can shield punch, or I can be to the side and defend. If I move on, and you can take a look at that, this has from this side, again, two rims which are pressed together, and here, and is using that. Here you see that this one is like an X. I am going to show you this one. This one's like an X, as you can see it. Please take a look at that. I mean, I don't know if the picture really shows this. And here is also holding two rims, right? Also like this, look at this, putting them together, 1, 2, right? And so you see that there are different ways of holding it. You see two. So some of them are mid-sized shields. Here is the X, clearly is the X. Let's take a look at that, is the X. But I'm going to show it to you why I'm saying this is clearly the X. You see that, how they are holding it? Now, let me just go back and show you to you again. Here are parallel, right? And here is parallel, but you can also, when they are parallel, you can bring them together and put another cord around them. That's this gentleman is doing. But this is the X. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going now to put two short videos here. I'm going to integrate them here. They're already on shorts, so you can take a look at how these cords can be tied for your shields, just in case. So enjoy these two short videos. One of our members in the United Kingdom asked me how to bind the Separ. So this Separ is made by Sergei Gobatko. You can see some tear and wear. I have to need to glue it again. And this is here, it is engraved Amale Sergei, the work of Sergei. It has a polished stack, like the cushion, and 4 typical rings. And these rings are riveted to the other side, to these knobs, right? Ope, as we say it in Persian. It's hardened steel. And these, you can see there are lots of strikes, very hard ones in armored combat, which you can see it, and it can hold very well. So what I'm going to do is, this is a long one, so I'm going to first do it in 2. So you see, I already made it in 2, so you don't need it, but I like it better. So I come and make a knot here, right? So then I have first knot here, right? So this is going to be like this. Then there are 2 ways of doing it, and I'm going to show you the simplest way. And this simplest way is, so I pass it through here, right? Then I get this one, come to the second one, pass it through this. Make sure that they're tight, stretched. Then I turn it, bring it here, pass through this, make sure it is tight and stretched. Then I go here, pass through it. Oh, it didn't work the way I wanted. Yes, and then pass through it. Oh no, this is not the way I want it again. I do it again here, so I yeah, now go through it. So, and then I turn. Now I am here, and you know, so this is going to be a bit tight, should be also this way, as you can see it here. So let me see, yeah, exactly. You see that now I have this tight here, double, and I bring it here again, and this side will be like this. It's very good now, and I bring it here. This is one way of tightening it, right? There are other ways as well, but which I will show later in another video. Then I make sure that I make a knot here. Then I go here. It's a bit long, but I keep it long. You can shorten it as well, and make it tight. I put this here. You can put this one also here. Now it's really tightened very well. I can then put my hand here. You see that? Then your shield, you can have a very tight. I tighten it very much so. I like it when it's tightened. You can make it loose as well. If it's too tight, you can then make it loose. You see, I can hold it like that. I can go like that. So it gives you enough space to manipulate. It should be tight. It shouldn't be that loose, but also not very tight. So you see, once I make a feast, it changes. That's the way you should make it. I just show it to you again. Look. Thank you very much. I have shown you the first method based on historical examples, how to tie the cord of a separ shield, Persian separ. So again, the first one is based on historical examples, what I have analyzed and handled in museums. You make the first tie. This time I go in one of the rings, and this is the second one. The first type, many have that are tied like that. This one less, but still is possible. So you go not cross like this, as you can see it here. Then I come here in the middle, tie it again, right? You see? Then I come back here, go in here, bring it up. Then I go in here. This is the second most common type. Bring it here. Then I bring it up, right? And I can go in, for example, right? And then come here. I can make more involved and bring it here, you see? And then I can make a tight knot. These are very good what Sergey here offered for us. You see this. Okay, now I can come and hold it. You see, the advantage of this is one of this, if you like that, some people don't. One of these cords go here between here. These two hold like that. So you have a more subtle, some people say, grasp of your shield. This is also another possibility, right? Look again, crossed. The other one is again, like this was like a rectangular is more common, but cross, you know, you come here, and I like to, you can also go like this. I don't recommend it, but you can find it yourself. Two, I would be here, the pinky, ring finger, middle finger here, middle finger, and index finger here, thumb here. You can close this first, then you can bring in here. You can come here Again, this will be a very good way. So we will move on to one central chord. This one is a bit difficult. We don't know because I haven't seen, is it really one central chord or is it two? I don't know. It could be a rivet hat, is one thick central chord. I just go back and show it to you. Here, please take a look at that. The original one, excuse me, here was like that. Right? Do you remember? Like this, excuse me. And then if you go ahead here, the question for us is it one? Could be. And if I come here, the same thing. Could be that one. It could be that such a thing also existed. So far, I have only with two X parallel X, the chords, and then the three, which we will talk about it later. So we go to large shields with three chords. You see, we have a Polish stack here, and one. This is also all original, nothing changed here. 1, 2, 3. This is catalog number 364 from Safavid period. This in Bandaranzeri Museum is a beautiful height shield, which is published in my book, Arms and Armor from Iran. Another one from Safavid period is the Military Museum of Bandaranzeri, is also rhino height, right? Like this one. And you see 3 again. And as you can see that here, it's a very beautiful one. And also, sadly, 2 of buckles are missing, 3 actually. But you see it's gilded, beautiful in floral design. It's a huge shield there. Another one, you see that when they are like these rings here, they're connected each to one sword buckle. There are 6. This is from Afsharid period. You will see that during Tarikh Jangoshai Nadiri, many of the Afsharid period people are using them. 1, 2, 3, and there are 6 of them. Now look at that. It is extremely important how to hold this shield. He passes this hand into a chord to the side, then goes to the central grip. It is important to hold this in the central grip, right? This is extremely important. But let me just say, it's not going to hold it the other way around. You see that here as well. You don't see the outer grip, but the way he's holding it is definitely holding it that way, that if I'm going to put in a video here so you can see clearly. So this, when it comes to that you have the central grip, right? You have the central grip and you pass through the central grip, and then you can have this like this, right? As you can see on top here, right? You pass that. There is no need for you to hold your large shield like a mid-sized separ. Let me just go ahead and I will come back to this. Look at this one. You see also there is a large shield, because judging by the angle, this is a large shield with a side. Here is the same. You see this, the bent arm. You see that? There is here up. You see that? Judging by this, look at this. It is not here in the center. It is here, right? A large shield from Tarikh Jangoshai Nadiri. You see that clearly. The way he's holding, resting here, right? Here, resting it here, which makes it extremely important to see that when you hold it, then this rests here. Yes, you see it clearly here, resting in this angle. It's not the central that he's holding. The same thing here. You see the long shields. Now, if I change the side and put it the other way around, I can put my finger, but then you're not going to have the central grip. You're going to have that, but you need to pass through it. And you can do on horseback or on foot. You can do horse archery with a large shield. Now, I'm going now to integrate this large shield so you can take a look at that. And then after that, we will continue. Okay, what you see here is the large separ. What is then the large separ? The large separ, as you can see, has 3 chords. What I'm going to say, the Persian shield, this one is made of steel, and I'm going to show you also there's miniatures And these, based on these miniatures you have seen, I've shown you, I'm sorry, you see that there are 3 chords. 1, 2, 3. And these are connected. You know, we have rings, and these are connected to these buckles or buckles here. So because, now, one of the important thing is when you want to do analysis and research, you need always to do 2 things. Have access to authentic materials. Authentic means museum. You need either to work as a museum expert, have authentic things in your hand, or consult with people who have done that. I have to tell you that if you go to my book, Arms and Armor from Iran, you see many large shields from Safavid period, Afsharid period, Zand and Qajar period. You'll see also those which are not, don't have 3, but have 2. But let me just come here. These are the central grips. If I hold this in the central grip, it is going to be like this, right? So you see that I leave it out. But then the question is, why do I have this? Do I need to hold it like that? I will show it to you in a miniature that the person holds the shield. Center grip is important. You need to keep the central grip. That he passes his hand here in a miniature. There's not only one, in different ones. Then he holds the center grip. If I hold the shield like that, you see that automatically my shield, I can still defend myself in front. You see that? Just need to bend my arm a bit. I can still have this frontal. It changes a bit, but then I can do that and fight. You see that this miniature, I'm going to show this miniature blended in, and you will, as I have shown it before, and this is going to be that way. Now, if I come and change, do I need to, can I hold it like that? That I put my hands again through this, and I come here, and I pass this here. Well, there are also miniatures from Timurid, not many, where they hold their bow like that. You see that? This way, with a large shield, you can then shoot your bow. If I show it to you from this, you know, I'm going, for example, to put an arrow here, right? And then here, this way, you can come and pull the arrow, and then you can shoot, of course. You see that it's perfect. It doesn't hinder me from shooting. And this way, as you have seen it on this channel, I'm going also, you can see this on this channel, that you can use the large shield. So it denies this concept of center grip. Still you use these 3 chords, or mostly you use them 3. That you still have the center grip. Important is you do not leave that out. And I'm going to explain to you, there is no need to use a large shield like that. You could, I mean, it's not a big deal, but that's why you have a large shield, because it changes the mechanics. For that, I'm going to show you what they have. They have a mid-sized shield. We have a mid-sized shield, and I'm going to show it to you. This is a mid-sized shield. By the way, all these shields are made by Sergei Gobatko Armor. It has 4 buses here, you know, and it has a deep, you know, it's a deep shield, and you can hold it central grip. You can make it a feast, or then you can just snap it a bit, and when you snap it, you can go to the side. It is clear that with this, you know, deep bowl you have here, you cannot use it for archery, because the moment I want to use it, you see it turns, and you cannot use it. I've shown you with the large separ how to do it. This is the mid-size, and then you see that in miniatures that they fight with a mid-sized shield, and this is actually not a large shield that they fight it that way. That's a mid-sized shield which they use the central grip and fight with that. That's, again, you've seen that before, often on this channel. A small shield, also made by Sergei Gobatko. This is this cross way, and I hold it, and you can fight with it, you can punch with it. This, although it doesn't offer you enough protection, you can just defend your face with opening in your helmet from arrows. But interestingly, you can also use it when you want to shoot with a bow. This is possible to do that. because it allows you to do that. And you see that in this channel, that these bows and then with a small shield practice. So again, my suggestion to you is when you want to do analysis of different things, you check my books. You see also different shields, different sizes. You check also Persian archery and swordsmanship. There are many miniatures. And now in this video, I've shown you miniatures, how the straps are there and how they hold the straps. So then it will give you an idea how shields were held. Thank you very much. So as you can see it here again, you saw it before. That's the way they're using it, shooting it. Now we go with one central chord and side chords. This is very interesting one, and not many are depicted. You have a central one, but you can pass through a side, but you can also change. In case it doesn't work, you can go in here, here, and here. This I have never seen in other examples, historical examples, but this is also not many miniatures. Only one miniature I've seen so far. No, not one, three, which depict this one. Sepa in conjunction with the bazu band. And this is getting extremely interesting. You have a bazu band and you have a shield, small shield, and this small shield, what does it do for you? If you have a bazu band here, right, this is going to put it that way, and together will make sure that your hand goes hand in hand together with your bazu band, and you can then in conjunction, if he hits you, if it slides, you can come here, and then even we say the defense with the bazu band, so you can use your active thick one to defend yourself. You see that? It's always with a small shield. This unit is depicted. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, how beautiful it is. So it's the central grip with the short one. Look at this, and look at this. And again, you see that, the bazu band together with the shield. Again, we have other examples here, as you can see it here. Beautiful. Again, you see that, how beautiful it can punch, and here it can also be used with bazu band as a line of defense. You see how it works. He has himself attacking, and he goes and meets this sword cut against that. So I'm going to show it to you, and then after that, we will continue. Okay, now here is the shield, a small shield in conjunction with the bazu band. The bazu band is made by Sergei Gobatko, so the shield. You can take a look at that. I can go and defend myself. I can also go to the side, defend, and if the sword cut comes here, my back of the hand is protected with riveted mail, and then more importantly here. So each time I move, this move makes it sure. You see that, as in the miniature, this is a very practical way of using a small shield, which is always in conjunction with a bazu band, and this is extremely important to take into consideration. That's what is shown in those miniatures I've just shown to you. Okay, now we move to the next part, and the next part is which materials were used to make shields. As you have seen, we have hide shields made of buffalo hide, rhino hide. As you've seen in my book, you can see many examples of them. There were also elephant hide. But also there were crucible steel shields made of patterned crucible steel, as I have shown one before. They're also made of iron. For ceremonial purposes, some of them were brass, but not most for fighting. They were also used, but not so much in Iran. Then we also had iron shield, steel, brass. But we had also examples of wooden shield, but in an earlier period, like in 10th and 11th century, even going back. But we had also cane shields, right? Combined with some straps made of iron or steel. Let's talk about hide shields. An earlier example from the Iranian period, you can see it here, most possibly is hide. This should indicate a hide shield, as you can see it here, a different central boss with a nayzak. From Tarikh Jangoshay Nadiri, this is very interesting, different bosses here around. A hide shield, most probably buffalo or elephant hide. Here is rhino hide, as you can see it here, round shield. Again, buffalo or elephant hide with different bosses from Tarikh Jangoshay Nadiri. They always show in Tarikh Jangoshay Nadiri these type of shields, means buffalo or hide shields. I mean, you see hide shields made of rhino. Here you see a large shield made of buffalo or elephant with different bosses made of brass or copper. See here, made of, you can look at the shield bosses and rhino hide. Here, rhino hide again. You see that, how beautiful. Buffalo or elephant hide. So, different bosses. You can see it here. See here as well, again. Buffalo or elephant hide. You see that here as well, right? And then this is hide shield from early Qajar period. Hide shield with six bosses. This is most probably hide shield. It looks like cane shield, later cane shields, which we can come here with central boss. But here's a cane shield. This should indicate rims or straps of iron or steel. See that here as well, cane shield. Here is definitely cane shield with the central boss. Beautiful. Together with Bazuband again. Cane shield. Cane shield. These are in Khabaranam, a book of the East, which mostly show majority of cases cane shields. You see that cane shield again. Here we see another cane shield. Another cane shield. Another one. And here another cane shield which is cut by Zulfaqar. Another cane shield, most probably. This Bayasangori Shahnameh. Cane shields. Most probably decorated cane shield with the central boss. Cane shield definitely, the central boss which is cut through. Cane shield, you see that here, with central boss and straps of iron or steel. Cane shield, the same model. Cane shield, straps of iron and steel. Cane shield, the central boss. Central boss, most probably cane shield. Definitely cane shield. You see these different lines with the central boss. Same thing. I think I've shown it before. These are hardly discernible, but these are cane shield. If you look closely, you can see that. Also, this is decorated, but most probably cane shields here. You can see it here. As well, we've shown that. So many examples here. Decorated with floral design. Cane shield again. Decorated with gilding. Then we go to steel shields. Most probably it's a steel shield. Steel shield, as it's a Safavid period. Now we have many examples of crucible steel shields there. This is from early Qajar period, a steel shield. This is most probably, this is hard to say. If you take a look at that, it might be Kalkan. If you look at these as they say, or in shield, but it could also be a steel or iron indication. I just wanted to share these things to you, and so let me just do one more video of shooting by my team. Thank you very much for coming to our channel. We are going to increase our activities. Soon we are going to reach 10K. I would like you to please subscribe if you want to buy the book Persian Archery and Swordsmanship. I'm going to provide the link. Also, if you want to buy the book Arms and Armor from Iran, I provide the link. We are going to increase our activities day by day. We are having more and more students in the research, also students in the fighting team, as well as in the marketing team. We are going to have very good news soon. Every day, good news for Erasmus Star Project. We are growing globally, and soon I'm going to have very good news for all of you. Thank you very much.